Nobody wakes up believing today will be the day everything ends. Tara Lynn Grant was 34 years old. She was a mother of two, a wife, a woman who had learned over time how to quiet herself in order to survive the tension inside her own home. She lived in Michigan, in a neighborhood where lawns were trimmed, cars were parked neatly in driveways, and families appeared ordinary from the outside. Her life looked stable to anyone passing by. A marriage, children, routine, normalcy. But inside that normalcy, Tara was carrying more than anyone knew. She had once believed marriage meant safety. She believed love meant patience, endurance, and compromise. She believed that if she tried hard enough, if she stayed calm enough, quiet enough, things would eventually improve. Her days revolved around her children. Every decision she made was measured against their well-being. She tolerated more than she should have because she wanted to protect them from disruption, from fear, from a broken home. What she didn't realize was that the danger wasn't outside the home. It was already inside. Stories like Tara's often don't begin with violence. They begin with silence, with small concessions, with emotional exhaustion that goes unseen. If stories like this matter, if truth deserves to be heard and remembered, these stories must be shared, discussed, and never ignored. Tara's story was ignored for too long. Stephen Grant did not appear dangerous. He was quiet, controlled. He blended into his surroundings. Friends and neighbors described him as reserved, private, unremarkable, the kind of man no one ever suspected. But inside the marriage, something was wrong. Over time, financial pressure tightened the household. Arguments became more frequent, then more restrained. Control didn't always arrive as anger. Sometimes it arrived as monitoring, as questioning, as expectations disguised as responsibility. Stephen wanted to know where Tara was, who she spoke to, how long she stayed out, what she spent. Each question chipped away at her sense of autonomy. Tara learned how to avoid confrontation. She learned which moods meant distance and which meant danger. She learned how to lower her voice, how to retreat emotionally, how to keep things from escalating. Friends noticed changes. Tara smiled less. She withdrew. She seemed tense, guarded. Family sensed unhappiness, but didn't know how deep it went. Abuse doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers, and whispers are easier to ignore. February 2nd, 2007. The day begins like countless others before it. No warnings, no signs that it will be remembered forever. That night, Tara Lynn Grant disappears. Stephen Grant tells police she left after an argument. He says she needed space. He says she walked away. His voice is calm, his demeanor steady. Too steady. But inside the home, the truth is far more brutal. Stephen Grant kills wife. The violence is not accidental. It is not misunderstood. It is the final act of control by someone who believed he owned her. Afterward, he dismembers her body in an attempt to erase what he has done, to remove evidence, to make a human life disappear. But violence always leaves traces, and lies always unravel. Police begin to notice inconsistencies. Stephen's timeline shifts. Details don't align. His emotional responses don't match the situation. Investigators press harder. Then the discovery is made. Human remains are found, identified as Tara Lynn Grant. The confirmation shatters everything. Her family is forced to absorb the unthinkable, that Tara is gone and that her death was deliberate. Her children lose their mother in a single moment that changes their lives forever. Stephen Grant is arrested. The man who claimed she left admits the truth. He confesses to killing her. The betrayal becomes undeniable. The truth, once buried, refuses to stay hidden. Grief does not arrive gently. It arrives as shock, as disbelief, as guilt that settles deep in the chest. Tara's family replays every memory, searching for signs they missed, conversations they should have pushed harder, silences they should have questioned. The media reduces her life to headlines, to fragments, to the way she died rather than the way she lived. Her children are moved into safety, surrounded by adults trying to remain strong while quietly breaking apart. The community asks how this could happen, how no one saw it coming. But many people did see something. They just didn't know what it meant. In court, Tara cannot speak for herself, so others speak for her. Evidence is presented piece by piece: photographs, testimony, timelines that reconstruct the final moments of her life. Stephen Grant sits quietly as the damage he caused is laid bare. Family members take the stand. Their voices shake, but they do not turn away. This is not about revenge. It is about truth. It is about refusing to let Tara become only a crime statistic. The jury deliberates. When they return, the decision is clear. Stephen Grant is found guilty. He is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. There is no celebration, no sense of victory, only finality. A life was taken. Justice does not erase that loss, but it draws a line. Tara Lynn Grant is remembered not only for the way she died, but for what her story reveals: the danger of silence, the cost of control, the importance of listening when someone is afraid. Her children grow up knowing the truth, not to live in fear, but to live aware. Her story becomes a warning and a reminder. Justice does not bring people back, but it holds the guilty accountable. And sometimes that accountability is what prevents the next tragedy.